Hey everyone. Welcome back from spring break. It is now officially almost your last module. So, we're in module 10, and I want to break down what you're going to be doing for the activity because it's a little bit more, there's just a lot of moving parts. So, to make sure you're super clear on it. All right. So, your reflection writing is about your community project that you're working on or that you've already finished. It fits both categories, so don't worry about that. Your readings for this week are going to be a video, which is about social activism through social media. All right, and now I want to get into our actual activity that we're doing for this week because there are parts with collaboration documents and etc. All right, so basically, what you're going to be doing is we are working on creating a database that we can give to the public of if they want to be activists in New Orleans, around the world, that they have tons of resources to go to in order to become part of the activist community in a digital platform. All right, so there are going to be two groups for this activity. All right. So you're going to see in collaborations, I'll show you in a minute, there's going to be two different sections. You're going to have access to both of them, and you're going to need access to both of them. All right. The organizational team. So people who are doing the newsletter and people who are doing the collection, synthesis, and distribution project, you are in the organizational team. All right. If you don't remember what team you're on or which project you're doing, that is an uh-oh, because you should definitely know your project, but go to community project page if you need to look it up again. All right. If you're not on there, then that's a huge uh-oh because you're not passing this class. So make sure you have a project for this class. All right. Then the content team. This is going to be the social media, those who are doing the editing of the Vienna Levy articles, and the content creators, the ones creating the content for Vienna Levy or writing an article. You're going to be on the content team. All right. So I'm going to start with the organizational team. All right. So what you're going to do, here's the big thing. You are not doing anything until after Sunday, April 7th at 6 p.m. I'm giving you all till Sunday for the module since spring break overlapped with this weekend. So I'm going to give you until Sunday to finish everything. But organizational team, you cannot start it until 6 p.m. on Sunday. You'll see that your portion is due Monday by midnight. Okay, so you have that full day and a half to complete it. All right. So after that, what you're going to do is you're going to go through the entries that are in activism content, and you are then going to switch them over into the local social activism collaboration document. All right, because you'll see from the content team what they're going to be doing. We are organizing all of these according to their different platforms. So if it's in TikTok or if it's on Instagram, etc., we're going to organize those for them. All right. Then you're going to put all the affiliated entries under the category title, all right, which you'll see in a minute. And then when this is very important, when you pull the information from the activism content collaboration document, you will erase it from that document and you're going to replace it with your name and the name of the activism accounts. Okay, so you are going to take one or two, and then you're going to say, if I was in there, I'd be like, Kelly Crawford, I did Look at This Fucking Street, right? That's the activism account I took. I also took Take 'em Down NOLA. All right, so I would put those two underneath. That way, I can double check of what you've taken and everything goes very streamlined. All right, so when you remove that from the document, put your name and the two activist accounts that you've moved over to the local social activism document. All right. And again, don't complete this until Sunday, April 7th after 6 p.m. Okay. And then it'll be due on Monday. Now, the content team, here is what you're doing. So let's get into collaboration. Because as you're going to see, this is the first part. All right. You are going to search all social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Or I'm sorry, that should probably be X now. Snapchat, whatever you want. But I want you to scour for accounts for communities that serve an activist function. All right. So look across all the platforms and think about, like, okay, what is serving an activist function, but don't limit yourself. If there are financial accounts that give financial tips, that's important for people because that will then free up their time or that they can donate that money to activism. There's all ways to spend this of like, listen, use this in order to do this all digitally. All right. There's accounts that provide legal information. There might be legal information that could be really helpful and useful, for example, to IPNO, right? That nonprofit, or people who are coming out of incarceration that need to know X, Y, and Z when leasing an apartment. What are their rights? Things like that. So there's always things you can do. All right. Same thing with, like, if there's an account using AI and like really using it well, there's a lot of fake ones, so don't be fooled. But if they're using AI really well in order to circumvent tons of work, that is great for a nonprofit. Teach a nonprofit basically how to use AI in order to, like, I don't know, create a training video. Anything you can think of where there's an account that's helping them and that could be used for activist purposes, that's what you do. All right. So obviously, goal is to be able to use the account for activist purposes. That may even be outside the realm of what you're thinking. You are going to choose 2 accounts from Instagram or X or Facebook or TikTok, whatever, 2 accounts that post often and do an awesome job with their information. All right. Now, once you have those accounts, you're going to go into the collaboration documents. You're going to get access to 2. You're going to have both the activism content and you're going to have the local social activist. All right. So, activism content, if we open this one up. So, what you're going to do, and you know what, while we're at it, let's go ahead and just open this one up as well, since we will be looking at both of these. All right. So, all the directions are in the document as well. Also, I've had some people not understand how to use these documents. Make sure when you go in the top right hand corner, see where it says edit document, just click that and click edit, and then you can edit the document. Some people were not sure of how to do that. All right. So, what you're going to do is you are going to put your name. You're also going to include the name of the account, state what platform it's on. Tell if it says Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Then a summary of the account. Tell us what this account is, what its mission is, how often it has content published, etc. And then the engagement analysis. How can the account be used in order to help people become activists? Give specific examples of how you think a person could use this account in order to become engaged with activism through using a digital system, aka the social media account. All right, so you're gonna have your name. Actually, let me go ahead and put that on. I want to make sure that you have your name as well, because that's how I'm going to give you credit for this portion. So I need to know who's doing which accounts. All right, so it's going to be your name and then the account name. All right, and then it's going to be the platform. So tell us what platform it is, and then a summary of the account. All right, and then it's going to be the engagement analysis. All right, how they can use it. Now, here's the tricky part. Very important. We can't have any duplicates. Not only can we not have duplicates in this document, we can't have duplicates in the giant local activism, which I'll show you in a second. All right, so you have to search this local social activism document in collaborations first to see if an account you want to do is already on that, right? So you just control F and then you put in whatever you want to search for. And let's say that you wanted to do, I don't know, let's just look at one of these down here. All right, rape survivor support, right? So if I put this in and it comes up, then you know that you're not going to be able to use that. Sorry, this is so slow right now. All right, so you're not going to be able to use that one. So check this account, Control F, and look for, take them down, no, whatever you're thinking about, make sure it is not in this activism database. Now, mind you, this has like 40 plus pages. All right, because this is the work of all classmates prior to you as well. All right, then if you're like, good, my accounts are not on the local social activism account, then you can put them in. But you also need to check this document and make sure no one has already taken those accounts. All right, so just make sure no duplicates whatsoever. All right, so now organizational people. So content team, that's what you're doing. You are finding 2 accounts that you feel like are the best. You're entering this information on each one of those and you're putting it in this document. That is what you're doing by Sunday at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, not midnight, 12 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday. You need to have that in. Now, organizational people, here's what you're going to do. You're going to come in and now you're going to have all of these accounts listed. You're going to take, each of you can take 2 of them. That should be plenty. And yeah, because we'll probably have quite a few in here. Take 2 of them. All right. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go into the local social activism. And you are going to see that each one has a label. This is for Instagram, right? And if you keep going down, then you will find that there's one for TikTok. You'll find that there's one for Snapchat. There's one for Facebook, right? There's a lot of accounts in here. So let's do Facebook. I believe Facebook is in here. And just not that one, but the next one. And 68 matches. Okay, so there's a lot of Facebook in here. So you're just going to find the different categories that are labeled, and then you are going to transfer the accounts from this page over into the local social activism. When you do that, remember you're deleting or you're copying or cutting all of this part from this one. Leave your name and the account name. All right, so not the user's name that put it in there, but your name and the account name. That way I can give you credit for this. All right. And then you're going to transfer it all over into this document. Same thing. If you need to edit it, you go up here. All right. So that is your activity. Then we only have a few more final things to do in Module 11, which I will post on Monday of next week. And that's only a tiny little things. And then you're working on your community projects until they're due in May. All right. So you basically have the month. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, everybody. Bye bye.